Hey, I'm Bill Merrill from Windham, New Hampshire, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
This is Scott Roby from Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
Hi guys, this is Mr. Tranquilo, and you are watching the Astute Tourist Channel. Enjoy it.
I'm Nancy Saulnier of Lake Alfred, Florida, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
Hi everyone, I'm Jen, aka Jen.Cohen. You're watching the Astute Tourist Channel here on YouTube.
Good morning, all you people, you beautiful people, you keepers of the faith, you defenders of freedom. Good morning. It is Friday. We made it. It's Friday, June 23rd. And we are in the studio today. We are not walking. We're not walking. Owning two dogs is like having two kids. I wonder if you know what I'm talking about. The dogs kept us up all night. And Colleen is still sleeping. The reason I say that is because I can't walk both the dogs together and operate a camera. So I am in the studio today, and now Colleen and the dogs are sleeping. But for some reason, they were restless all night. I don't know if there was an animal outside or what, but they kept us up all through the the sleeping hours. But okay, so here we are. We carry on, and it is Friday morning. We are live here in the Astute Studios. And believe it or not, it's a sunny day out there. I'm looking at the sky. It's mostly sunny, but later on we're getting rain, and then it's going to rain all weekend. But good morning to you. First thing is first. Cheers to everybody. Best sip of the day. Good morning. I love my cup of coffee, as you're all aware. I hope you're all having a good night. I hope you had a good evening. Let's go right over to the chat. We're going to say hi to everybody. The first one in the house this morning was my mom. Good morning, Mom. It's good to see you. John is here with the Gaylors. Good morning, John. I hope all is well with you. I hope you are feeling better every day as the days go by. My mother's asking John, hope you're healing and in not much pain. Denise is here from Bone Tired Travelers. Good morning, Denise. How are you? John says he's getting better, which is good. Jen Cohen is here. Good morning, Jen. Thank you for coming in. Thank you to everybody. Scott is here, Lone Cross MTP. Thank you, Scott, for coming in. I hope you haven't had to deal with anything like you did the other day. I mean, if you did, good, but yeah, enough of that business, right? Najuma Brown is here. Good morning, Najuma. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Let's see, who else is here? Sharon is here. Good morning, Sharon. It's good to see you. Mona is here. Hi, Mona. How are you? Good morning. Mona is our newest member, and really glad to have her as part of the crew. Thank you. We do appreciate all of your support. Cheryl is here from Cruising is Fun Anytime. Good morning. I hope you folks are doing well. All right, let's see. Law Jones is here, of course. It's good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in. Everybody is saying hi, hi, hi. Hi to everybody. Good morning, Law Jones. You were missed yesterday. And you certainly were missed yesterday. Thunderstorms going on right now in Central Florida. Sharon says she knows what I'm talking about with the dogs. It's quiet here and very warm. That is Sharon in South Georgia. And then, how's the weather there? Okay. It's sunny right now, but it is we're going to have all kinds of rain. So Jen's coming right in with a joke. What did the football coach say to the broken vending machine? Give me my quarterback. That's actually a good one. I haven't heard that one before. Mona says, I'm still in bed and haven't looked out the window. There's nothing wrong with that. And lounging in bed while you're hanging out with us is a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Let's see. All right, so it is Friday. Good morning to everybody. It's going to be a rainy weekend, so as far as my plans go, I don't know what we're going to do. Colleen has the day off tomorrow. Maybe we'll make a video, go to a museum or something, I was thinking. I still have to wire the Jeep and get ready to do set that up for flat towing because in about 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we're going to be traveling. We're heading out towards the great state of New York, up in Finger Lakes country. And we're going to do our first flat tow with the Jeep. So hopefully that'll all go well. And it'll be fun. So maybe I'll wire the Jeep up this weekend. I do have room in the garage. Thank goodness I can actually fit the Jeep in there. So that'll be a treat to actually put that in there and get some work done on it. Nothing like coffee in the morning. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you have some plans for this weekend, something good. Law wishes it was still in bed. Denise is still in bed. I'm not still in bed. I've been up since, well, I don't know, several times I've been up. Let's take care of some business. Don't forget to hit the like button, share us out, and subscribe. I did not post last night. I forgot. That's why you didn't see the post for the live stream this morning until this morning. But I was hanging out with Colleen. Nick is away for several days. Him and his girl are spending some much needed time together as young lovers do. So Colleen and I and the dogs have the house to ourselves for the weekend, which is really not going to be any different than any other weekend, honestly, other than the dogs being crazy. John says he's been up since 3. John, did you get any more sleep? I know yesterday you said the night before you slept from 8 till about 2. Did you get sleep from 8 till 3? my mother says the house still smells like the beach, and she loves it. Let me explain. So I talked about the last couple days about sending them a package. Last Sunday was Father's Day. Monday was my mom's birthday. And then Wednesday was their anniversary, 66 years. They've been married. So I sent them a package, and the package was, well, let me back up a little bit. So in Florida, Florida and different demographics and regions of the country, they have types of food that are indigenous to the area, I guess. Is that maybe not the right term, but Florida, you can get different types of fish in that. Well, you can't get Maine lobsters, you can't get steamed clams, any of that. So I overnighted them a box of lobsters, clams, and some clam chowder. And they got that yesterday. And if you're a New Englander, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Scott, I'm sure you know exactly what it's like when you steam the lobsters and the clams in your house. It does smell like the ocean. And for my parents being away from New England for so long, those are the certain things that you miss. So yesterday she sent me a picture of my dad enjoying his lobsters and his steamed clams and a nice bowl of New England clam chowder. So that's what she's talking about. And it made me very happy to see that they were happy. So I wish I could bring them home here, but because of my dad's health, it's probably not a good idea. So I sent a little bit of home down to them. And I know that my mother enjoyed it. She was ecstatic. She called me right away and said, "Oh my God, thank you." And FaceTimed me and showed me the lobsters. They were alive and kicking when they got there, so that's good. You can't eat a dead lobster, or you can't cook one. So the fish was alive and well at the time of arrival, and then they met their demise, but to the thrills of my parents. So I'm glad I made you happy, guys, and I hope the house smells like that for as long as it can. So good morning, Moonlight Adventures is here. Good morning to you. Headed to Tyndall Air Force Base for our grandson's birthday. Well, right on. I hope you're doing well. Have a safe trip. Where is that? Where is that Air Force Base? What state is that in? Forgive me, I'm not that savvy on where that is. John says he took a nap yesterday. I think I will today too, but today is PT day. Well, make sure you do what Denise told you to do. Take your pain meds an hour before and then throw that cuff on when you're done. PT's always interesting, isn't it? It's always interesting. So Jen has beaten me to the punch, of course, because that's what she does. She's keeping me right on track. If you want to check out our swag store, help support the channel, go over to teespring.com, and there's the link right there. But you can just go to teespring.com and look up The Astute Tourist, and you'll see our new designs for our t-shirts, coffee mugs, pint glasses, and the like. Your support is much appreciated, and it helps keep our channel going and growing. We're up to 1,340 subscribers as of this morning, which is awesome. We continue to go in the right direction, so I'm happy about that, and I'm happy for all of you, and I appreciate everybody's support. Appreciate your membership, your memberships, and your super stickers and super chats and all of that stuff. So we really do appreciate you. We have 13 in the house. And good morning to all you lurkers out there. I know you're there. We can see you. But there's nothing wrong with lurking. Thank you for just hanging out in the background and supporting us, enjoying your coffee. So, also, you can head over to our Etsy store, and we have some other items over there. I ordered some T-shirts myself, one from Teespring with the new channel logo, and then I ordered 2 T-shirts from Etsy because I have other shirts on there that are not related to the channel, but I've been designing some T-shirts that I think are just kind of cool. And I'll show you when I get those. They should be in by the end of next week, I guess. Hopefully, and once I get them, we'll do an unboxing, and I'll show you that. So, but if you want to head over to Etsy, you can support us there as well. And like I said, super chats and super stickers and super thank yous and all that are always welcome. We appreciate that. And if you go over to PayPal and look up paypal.me/theastutetourist, you can find our PayPal account. And 100% of the proceeds of your support will go directly to the channel. So we appreciate you, and we do appreciate your support. And we do, like I always say, some of the proceeds from your support will go to buy swag from other channels and the Helping Hands for Cruising organization as well. So speaking of Helping Hands for Cruising, July 6th through the 9th will be the Cruisathon. And I haven't got my dates yet. I'll probably be working with the folks on that this weekend. That way we can post that. And I like Jen's idea about having everybody up on the panel, which is pretty cool. Let's see. There's the collab cam, which I never do this correctly. But I'm going to post the link. So if anybody wants to come up on the chat this morning on the panel, that would be cool. Just let me know in the chat if you're waiting in the green room, I guess. You can join me in the tree. But let me know if you're coming up. That way I can switch over to the world famous collab cam, because I still don't know when somebody's there. So just tell me in the chat, and then we'll move on over. We had V. Call Me V was in the other morning. What was it? Tuesday or Wednesday? V came in, and that was great seeing her. She was driving, of course. I think bringing her husband to work, which is that's awesome. I love it when people are in love. Love is a great thing. Love is a beautiful thing. Right? Wouldn't you agree? I would agree as well. Good morning, Shirley from Glitter World. Glitter bombs to you, my squirrel friend. It's good to see you. I hope all is well. You were letting us know, Shirley, that the weather was good. Right? The weather's been good there for you guys. Finally, it's finally warming up. And I like that. Turn that lurk into a like. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button. And we do appreciate your support. So like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And then don't forget to hit that bell icon. That way you'll be notified every time we're having a live or I do post a video. It's something I need to work on. I've been doing so many live streams, I really haven't had the time to work on any of the content that I still have. There's still some Florida content that I need to post. And that's why I really haven't gone out and filmed much, because I just want to play catch up. So it is going to be a rainy weekend, so maybe that's a good time for me to catch up on some editing as well. Okay. It is Friday, and I hope everybody has some good plans for the weekend. But now this. This Week in History. All right, This Week in History is brought to you by coffee. It's what's good. Coffee is good. Coffee is one of my favorite drinks, especially from about 5 a.m. until about 11 a.m. Keeps me going. But every week we try to do This Week in History and talk a little bit about what's going on, what went on in the past. Today is June 23rd, and we're going to start way back in 1865 during the Civil War. The Cherokee chief and a Confederate general, Stand Watie, surrendered at the close of the American Civil War, one of the last Confederate commanders to do so. That was in 1865. In 1868, American inventor Christopher Latham Scholes and two others were granted a patent for a typewriter. Typewriter has been around since 1868. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't think it was that early, but in 1925, on this day, an expedition under A.H. McCarthy and H.F. Lambert became the first to reach the summit of Mount Logan, the second highest mountain in North America. Where is Mount Logan? Does anybody know? I don't know where Mount Logan is. In 1940, sprinter Wilma Rudolph, the first American woman to win 3 track and field gold medals in a single Olympics, was born. Hats off to Wilma Rudolph, a fine athlete. In 1961, the Antarctic Treaty was enacted, reserving the entire continent for free and non-political scientific investigation. So are you aware that in the Antarctic, you can't go to the Antarctic, you can't go to Antarctica without special permission. Can't fly a plane over it. You can't hop on a plane or a ship and just go there to visit. And that's because of that Antarctic Treaty. Why do you suppose they're doing that? You can go anywhere else on the planet without special permission. That's the only place on the planet that you can't go. I have my theories, but we're not going to get into that today. But if you didn't know that, you just can't hop on a bus and go to Antarctica. Oh, that would be a wet ride, wouldn't it? But you know what I'm talking about. So, good morning, Hope Bus. Speaking of buses, good morning, Vicky. How are you, my friend? It's good to see you. Scott says, love is a many splendid thing. Our hearts bring us to that special being. Always trust your heart, and the two shall never part. Well said, my friend. Isn't that a song? Best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Right, Sharon? I don't drink Folgers, but coffee in my cup. Law says, I don't know that. Well, now you do. If invisible, you can. Uncle Google says it's in Canada. Okay, thank you. That's, what is that? Mount Logan. I'd never heard of Mount Logan, but thank you for that. And thank you, Uncle Google. Hats off to Uncle Google. In 2006, American television producer Aaron Spelling, you all know Aaron Spelling, whose credits include a number of hugely successful shows, including The Mod Squad, Family, Charlie's Angels, The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, The Plane, Beverly Hills 90210. He died in Los Angeles in 2006. In 2016, which wasn't that long ago, the United Kingdom voted in a referendum to withdraw from the European Union, with 51.9% supporting Britain's exit, Brexit, and 48.1% opposing the move. It marked the first time a country had decided to leave the organization. Some famous birthdays on June 23rd. Alan Turing, who was a British mathematician in 1912. In 1929, June Carter Cash, Johnny Cash's bride, American singer and actress. She was born in 1929. 1948, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas was born. 1964, the year I was born, Josh Whedon, an American screenwriter, producer, and director, was born. There's some famous birthdays. So there you go. There you have it. This Week in History. Every week we're going to bring you some history. You're going to, not only will you be entertained here on the Astute Tourist channel, but you'll be educated as well. I hope you learned something. And if there's anything you want us to talk about in history or anything else, let me know. We can talk about just about anything. I really don't like to talk about politics. We just don't bring that stuff up. So there's just too many opinions on it. So, but as far as history goes and things like that, I was thinking about starting a segment like a Revolutionary Minute. Because as you know, I'm a big fan of American history, and especially the 18th century and the time between about 1765 to about 1820, which is the time right before and the time right after the Revolutionary War. So maybe we'll do something like that, a Revolutionary Minute. If anybody wants to come up, I did post the link. Let me know if you want to come up. Lone Cross says, "Nope, I just made it up, for I am a poet at heart. Love writing poetry." That's awesome, Scott. Well, good job. I love it. Write that down. If you haven't written that down already, you need to write that down. What did I miss? Oh, Antarctica. If you get in trouble, a lot of people have to risk their lives to help you, right? I saw a meme, Let's talk about the poor folks, the 5 people that have perished in that submarine. We'll talk about that really quick. My heart and prayers go out to them and their families. What an awful thing to have happened to them. And I'm not trying to make light of it all, but I saw this meme yesterday, and it showed 2 pictures. It showed the submarine going down, and they showed all these Navy ships and helicopters and everything coming to their aid. And then they showed a picture of a cruise ship with regular poor people on it. And it was sinking, and nobody was there. Just a little bit of gallows humor, I guess. But, yeah, I'm not trying to make light of those poor folks, and rest in peace for them, guys. Bigger balls, I'm going to say it, than me, for sure, to do something like that. I'll run into burning buildings, but you're not going to get me to jump in a tin can and try to go down 2.5 miles in the ocean. No, sir, I'm not going to do it. Danielos Cherry, how are you, my friend? Big shout out to you. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate you, my friend. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. It means so much, and your support is going to a good place. Believe me, and thank you. Greetings from Poland. I hope all is well there. I hope the weather is good. I hope you're having a good summer. And it's good to see you, so thanks for coming in. Scott says, I'm in the process of putting a book together of my poetry. My author's name is an alias. It is Alucard Ramon. And Alucard is Dracula backwards. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I will look out for some of your writings. Also, is Danielle here? Oh, there she. Oh, it's Danielos. Danielos, Mom. Thought Danielle was with us. I can't read. Does no one see the irony that they were visiting the Titanic? I sure did. I also saw another meme. So, have you seen the movie The Titanic? And at the end, I think it's at the end when the girl is old and she dies and she joins the people in the stairway and they're all, I guess, spirits or whatever. There was a meme greeting of those people greeting the 5 people who perished in the submarine, which I thought was kind of cool in a way. But yeah, I mean, it's basically a grave site. Over 1,500 people died on the Titanic. And hell of a thing. I may talk about, speaking of the Titanic, I may bring up a little history on the White Star Line. Is anybody familiar with the White Star Line and the 3 ships, the 3 sister ships, including the Titanic, the Britannic, and the Olympic? Those were the 3 ships of the White Star Line, and they were sister ships. And they all had tragic endings. All 3. Crazy. We'll talk about that another day. But if you're interested in that, like I am in history, look that up. Look up the White Star Line and the Titanic, the Britannic, and the Olympic. All right. I'm trying to catch up. Lone Cross, you ever read a poem titled Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Lee Frost? Robert Lee Frost was born in the town I grew up in. He also taught at the high school that I went to. Robert Frost, the famous poet. In fact, the house that he was born in, pretty sure it was his birthplace, but the house that he lived in is a museum now, right in that town. It's open certain times of the year. You can go visit it. It's a big old farm. I think some of the poems that he had written were inspired by that farm that he lived there in. So, pretty cool. Titanic-like. Right, Denise? It's funny. They said the implosion happened so fast they would have never known what happened. Yeah, and the pressure, they said, would have heated the air in the submarine so hot as the sun, it said. So not only did they burn up, but they were crushed as well. Terrible. Can't imagine. Sharon says she has about 6 of his poems. Daniela says, crazy summer weather is good and bad. I know I just wanted to support a little macro scale. 35 minutes ago, I watched about Titanic and the tragedy. I was busy with my job. Yeah, what a tragedy, right? It's a shame. It's a shame. Yep, turn to paste. Right, Denise. it's, you just, you hope that it was very quick. I'm sure it was. They said it's like the pressure was like between 6,000 and 8,000 pounds. Sharon says Robert Frost was born May 26, 1874, passed away January 29, 1963. Yep. Yeah, he had died before I even was born. There's a big picture, a big portrait of him in the high school I went to. Anyway, so let's see. It is the weekend. We finally made it to Friday. I hope you guys have something fun planned. I hope the weather's good. Daniel says, I don't even have time for YouTube, and when it comes to poetry, I recommend my compatriot, and forgive me, Tadeusz Dabrowski? Did I say that right? Tadeusz? Hope I said that correctly. I'm terrible with pronunciations. But I'll admit it. I'll be the first one to admit it. They said even if they found it in time, there'd be no way to lift it out. Oh, Jen's in the green room. All right. How do I pull you up? Where is it? I can't find you. Oh, goodness. Hold on. There's got to be a way for me to do this. I'm sorry, Jen. Hold on. Let me post the link again. Let me post the link again. I'm going to generate a new one. Let me post the link and we'll try to do it again. Give me one moment here. Please forgive me, because I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so here's the new link. All right, let's try that. Last time I just double-clicked on it, and it showed the person was there. I don't know. I'm trying. There's my camera, and then there's the collab cam, and I don't see anybody there. Are you still trying, Jen? Try it again. She says, yup. I don't know what's going on. I have to figure this out. I need to figure this out a little bit better. You should be coming up. I'm not sure why you're not. And again, forgive me. Everything should be working. I don't know. It was easy. I had Kenny and V came up the last time. I don't know why I can't get you to come up, Jen. I would love to have you up. It's frustrating. Maybe I'll have to just go back to Streamlabs because this is not as intuitive as some of them. The webcam and microphone source you selected will be broadcast to your guests. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'd love to have you join me in the tree. Us birds in the tree. I'll certainly figure this out. Certainly figure it out. Anyway, sorry about that. It worked the last 2 times. I don't know why it's not working now. See, now I'm going to be obsessed. This is my OCD. It's going to make me go crazy trying to figure this out. I don't know. I just don't know. Well, anyway. Let's see, it's 44 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. Last day of the work week. At least for me, I do have the weekend off. Next Wednesday, I will not be live. There will be no hump day. Or no hump day cocktail hour. There will be hump day. But the 28th, I'm going to be working. So unfortunately, there will be no hump day. I will be working most of the afternoon and into the evening doing fireworks. So it is that time of the year. All right, so I'm a little perplexed at why I couldn't get this to work. Let's see. Denise says she's working all weekend. Yeah, I'm trying to get in myself, and it's not coming up, so I'm not sure why. I'll have to figure this out, and I will get back to y'all. Don't know. All right, I'm not going to obsess over this anymore. Yeah, so I will be working. There'll be no hump day cocktail hour next week, which kind of bums me out. But the 4th of July is on its way, and we're going to celebrate our country's independence from those pesky British. But it is a good time to celebrate our independence for sure. And as you know, I am all about our freedoms and our liberties. So, see, I'm still obsessing over it. Maybe there's something I didn't do over here. Still obsessing. All right, so anyway. Don't know. All right, I got to put that away. Born in San Francisco, died in Boston. Was that Robert Frost's mom? That could be Robert Frost. I'll be stuck inside the whole weekend due to bad weather. Sharon says thunderstorms, heavy rain, hail possible. Jen's got a joke. Why are elephants wrinkly? But you can't iron them. That'd be crazy trying to iron one. Wouldn't you agree? Can't iron one. Hey, if you're coming in and just lurking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time we post a video or we schedule a live stream. I'm at a loss for things to talk about today. I'm at a loss. Sounds like a big job, right? Right, Law? Depends on the size of the elephant. You know what? I got something we can talk about. Speaking of elephants. So, this was Tuesday, I think. I'm driving around doing some inspections, and in between inspections, I listened to AM radio. And one of the shows I listen to is the Glenn Beck Show. Love him or hate him. But I was listening to Glenn Beck just the same. And he was talking to this scientist, a genetic bioengineer scientist guy. Check this out. So in Russia or somewhere, they found some woolly mammoths, complete woolly mammoths that were frozen in the permafrost. And they were basically in perfect shape other than the fact that they were dead. And they were 10, 20,000 year old bodies of these woolly mammoths. Well, guess what he's doing? He's using the DNA, and he's going to make some new woolly mammoths. He says by 2028, the world will have baby woolly mammoths on it. What do you think about that? The first thing that comes to mind is Jurassic Park. What do you think? What do you think of that? Mr. Tranquillo, good day to you. Good morning from the eastern portion of the United States, the Northeast. Good morning to you, and good afternoon where you're at. Thank you for coming in, my friend. Instead of listening to radio, you listen to your friend, the Astute Tourist. I appreciate that, my friend. I really do. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Okay, so I stand corrected. Robert Frost was born in San Francisco and passed away in Boston. But I think he did live here in the town. He did teach at the school. In the house he lived in. I don't know if he lived there as a boy or what. So I don't know much on the history of Robert Frost. I'll be honest. Unless, yes, I was going to say they made a movie about that, and it did not end well, right? That was the first thing that comes to mind is Jurassic Park. And Glenn asked him, he said, well, what else are you going to make? And the guy kind of giggled, and he didn't say anything. But he talked about taking the DNA. He did, Glenn had asked him why you want to make a woolly mammoth. And his response was because we should still have the woolly mammoths here. And the reason that they're extinct is because of man. According to him, man killed them all. I guess it takes 13 years for an elephant to be able to reach sexual maturity. And back then, they were hunted to extinction. And even the babies, they weren't allowed to reach that maturity to be able to procreate. And they all died out. Now, that's according to him. But he's saying that he is going to, they're going to take, I think, the egg of an Asian elephant and mix the DNA of the woolly mammoth with it. And then put the egg back into the Asian elephant. And according to him, we're going to see an extinct species of elephant. The woolly mammoth will be born. I find it fascinating, and I also find it disturbing. I don't know which side I want to go, because seeing a woolly mammoth would be kind of cool. It's an animal from, long ago in the history of the planet. It's not a Tyrannosaurus Rex, thank God. Let's not bring them back. But if they're bringing woolly mammoths back, what do you think they're bringing back in secret? What do you think they're doing with genetics? It's crazy. I think it's messing with genetics can't end well. I agree, John. That's why people move out of Boston, for it kills all. Kind of like the Arctic thing. Could be harmful to all. They shouldn't let you do it. Right? And I thought there were like these global laws about cloning things. Or I don't know. Is that cloning? May not be clone. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know enough about cloning and the definition of cloning, but it's going to be interesting to see. Like I said, I'm intrigued and I'm disturbed at the same time. Didn't in Jurassic Park, did they mix the DNA with some frog eggs or something, or turtle eggs or something, and then next thing you know, you got all these dinosaurs running around on an island. And I believe Jurassic Park, wasn't that written by Michael Crichton? The reason I bring it up is Michael Crichton was a doctor. He was a medical doctor and a scientist. But he was also a novelist. I believe he wrote Jurassic Park. And he was fascinated with all of that kind of stuff. I've read several of his books. And he had some pretty cool ideas based on factual stuff. So, us crazy humans, we just can't leave things alone, can we? Well, if they can clone a goat, who knows what science has done already? That's right, they did, or it was a sheep, right? Was it a goat or a sheep? Law says, I think it is cloning. You're probably right. Yes, Michael Crichton. Okay, Denise. Have you read Michael Crichton? I've read several of his books. One of my favorites is called The Sphere. They made a movie out of it. Doesn't do the book justice. Book was awesome. Speaking of down in the ocean. Using DNA to reproduce would be cloning. So yeah, there you go, John. Thank you. I guess it is cloning. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. Dolly was a sheep. That's right. See? That's right. So who knows what they've cloned and they're not telling us. Maybe they've already cloned a dinosaur. Maybe they have. All right, folks. We're getting close. It's 58 minutes past the hour, and we're going to close out here on a Friday. We'll be taking the weekend off, of course, and hopefully I'm going to get some work done on several things. I got quite a list. I'm sure you do too. John, I hope you feel better. I hope you continue to heal. Good luck at PT this morning. And don't forget what Denise says. Take your pain med hour before. And then when you're done, get that cryo cuff on, and that way the swelling and all that will be under wraps, I guess, for lack of a better term. Don't forget PMA, positive mental attitude. PMA will save your day. It'll save your week. It'll save your life. Please believe me when I tell you I am living proof that it works, because I am, and most of you have heard the story. But just know that it does work. Know that there's no such thing as a chance meeting. We talked about this yesterday. Colleen and I were talking about it last night. The people that we meet throughout life, there's a reason why we meet them. You may never know why, but there's no such thing as a chance meeting. So make a difference in somebody's day as well. Everybody has a story. Sometimes those stories aren't so good. You can change their day just by smiling at them, saying a kind word, shaking a hand, or giving a hug. It's important. Human connection is so important. So important for all of us. Keep our first responders, the men and ladies of the fire service, the police department, our healthcare workers, keep them all in your thoughts. They're out there every day keeping us safe and healthy, and making sure that we're in good shape, and they never ask for anything in return. So make sure that you thank somebody. Thank a first responder. And speaking of that, thank our veterans, our men and ladies of the armed forces of the United States are on that proverbial wall every day, protecting our liberties and our freedoms and protecting our way of life. Protecting that big, beautiful red, white, and blue flag that's behind me. Revere it, respect it, salute it. That flag means more than the cloth that's printed on. That there is the symbol of life, liberty, and the American way, for darn sure. I hope you all have a good weekend. I so enjoy our morning talks. Remember, there'll be no hump day cocktail hour. I probably will be have time to do the morning, so we'll probably do Cup of Joe next Wednesday. So we'll have five days of Cup of Joe. Isn't that wonderful? I think so. I hope you all have a good day. Have a good weekend. Know that I love and appreciate each one of you guys, including you lurkers that are out there. Don't forget, if you haven't hit the like button, like us on the way out, okay? Enjoy your day. I want to wish everybody peace and love from way deep down in my heart. Peace and love, folks. Love you guys. My name is Jimmy. I'm your astute tourist. We'll see you later.